Ah, 5 years. 5 goddamn years since this game has been released. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about Doki Doki Literature Club, or DDLC for short. I want you to know about this game, but for some that don't, Doki Doki Literature Club is a visual novel game, or a horror visual novel game, where you get to write poems for the girls that are in the literature club, and you get to date them. And you know, and just by hearing that, you wouldn't think it'll be a horror game, right? Even the even when you start up the game, it says that it's a horror game that is not suitable for younger audiences. Well, that's what you might think at first, but this video will contain spoilers in in the video. So if you don't want me to spoil the entire story for you, I suggest you click off the video right now, play the game first, and then come back to this video. But for anybody who already played the game or don't mind being spoiled, here we go. You play as a character that goes by the name of MC. Or the player doesn't really have a name, but he's often credited as MC, or main character for short. And that in the game, you you have been friends with Sayori in the game for years, according to the game story. She invites you to the Legion Club. Initially, MC turns it down initially, but shortly afterwards he would eventually join. You know what? He decides to give it a shot first, then he officially joins. Then when he enters the club, he 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 meets three girls: Natsuki, Yuri, and Monika. With Natsuki being the cold person with the cold personality, but cold and absurd personality. Yuri being the shy one, and Monica being the club president and shit. I'm honestly bad at explaining shit. I'm bad at explaining shit, yeah, guys. So basically, they're preparing for a festival, and you have to. And that I think at the end of every single day, you had to like, not end of every single day, or almost end of every single day, you had to write a poem for the girls. However, however, what you what you not what you ha- what how as during the game you learn that your long life friend in the game Sayori has depression, and that she often hides it from the public. And then you're given the option of to either say that you love her, or that you just want her to be your friend. So yeah, regardless of what happens the next day, you meet you meet you meet Monica again, and then and then and then after a bit, MC realizes that Sayori is not there, so he rushes to the house, only to find her hanging herself in the game, basically taking her own life, which is pretty sad and shit. Damn. And this is the one game that you actually have to mess with the files with. So yeah. Then and then after Sayori after Sayori passes away, the game eventually ends, and then when you restart it, all your save data has been corrupted and eventually deleted, and Sayori is not there anymore. So yeah, that the characters don't remember their existence. So yeah, and then the game goes. The game goes as normal, but without Sayori. However, over time, Yuri becomes obsessed with MC to the point where she starts to the point when she starts using slicing herself with a knife, and then she eventually stabs herself, also ending her own life. And that it was later revealed, and then it's later revealed that Monica has been controlling the entire game this whole time, just because she wants to date the person playing the game, not MC, the person playing the game, which is y'all guys that are watching this video. So yeah, and that if after writing Monica a poem, and then Monica takes you to the classroom where it's just you and her, and then you basically write a poem for Monica, and then you have to like enter the directory of your files and delete Monica. Once you do, she dis- she basically disappears. But initially she gets upset, but then forgives them and shit, and then restores the game. But without her, though, there are there are two different endings to this game. One of them is I think the bad ending. Really, it really depends on how you do in the game. The the ending that most people get is that you get a note from Monica saying that she disbanded the literature club and that there was no happiness that can be found to her. Oh wait, no wait, not two endings, three endings. I misspelled that because one of the endings, if you delete Monica way too early, you get a scene that Sayori realized that she was made the leader of the club, and later realized the true nature of the role. And then after she panics, the game closes, and when you open it up again, it shows an image of Sayori hanging herself. Basically, that's the bad ending of the game. However, the most difficult part of the game is trying to get the good ending of the game. In order to get the good ending, you have to right before you start your first poem, you have to create three separate save files. One for Sayori, one for Yuri, and one for Nazi. And that in their respective save files, you have to side with said character in that specific save file. And I'm being dead serious too. You have to side with them regardless. And like and remember when I say that you had to like that part when you had to where you say either you love Sayori or you just want them to be friends. In the Natsuki and Yuri save file, you have to say that you just want to be friends with Sayori. But in Sayori's save file, you have to say that you love her, and how you that's how you do it. This is all in Act One. However, you have to complete each one before Sayori hangs herself. So yeah, and once you did it to all three save files, you could go ahead and proceed the game as you want. Up until up until when it's just you and Monica. When you and after you write your poem for Monica, there's gonna be during the whole thing, Monica is gonna be silent, and then she's gonna start saying some random shit after a bit. And once that happens, you have to delete her files. And after you do that, you get the good ending. Although the game is still self-aware, Sayori actually congratulates the player for achieving a good ending in the epilogue. And then and then just like the usual ending, Monica performs the song "Your Reality." Well, at least it's performed in game by Monica. I forgot who actually sung the song, but she's often credited as voicing Monica in that game. And then it unlocks a special message from the creator of DDLC, Dan Salvato. Basically, basically describing how his intentions behind creating the game and his opinions on video games as a whole. Yeah, Dan Salvato has has a special like message for if you get the good ending of the game. So yeah, there's all 4 years after the game's initial release, there was an updated version of the game titled Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, which in the original game it was for Windows, Linux, and Mac computers. For the Plus expansion, it was for Windows, but it was also for Xbox One, Xbox Series X, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch as well. So that means it was ported consoles. You might be wondering, how in the hell did they port this game if the game requires you to mess with the files in the game? Don't worry, because Serenity Forge, the one that helped Team Salvado with the Plus expansion, had made an in-game web page for the game, for the console versions at least. So yeah, and you get to unlock like certain CGs and shit like that, and, and certain special artworks and shit like that when you do something in the game. And also, you also get to unlock side stories, which were it's essentially prequels to the main game. Those stories were trust. I think trust is when the Lurch Club was created, with Monica and Sayori as the first two members. Understanding is where Yuri gets introduced and shit. Respect is when Natsuki gets introduced. So yeah, there's also a balance. I think balance. I forgot what some of these stories is about, but I think reflect. I think I forgot because I need to go back and play the game. But I know what the first three side stories are about, alongside another side story, which I'm going to get to in a little bit. I think balance, reflection, and self love is basically about relationship of the members of the literature club. Say, I think, I think it's I don't know. I think it was either reflection or self love that I know. I think balance has focused on Sayori and Natsuki, and I don't know, either reflection or self love. No, I think reflection is supposed to be about. I think reflection and self love. Reflection and or self love is about Natsuki and Yuri, something like that. I'm not sure. I really need to go back and play the game because I already did, but I feel like I fucked up that version. Which those six stories I just mentioned come in two parts. Which which if you complete all the side stories, then you unlock a seventh and final side story, which is equals, which is basically a recap the of the previous six side stories and what the four girls had learned from each other. So yeah, so so yeah, I actually like the side stories because it basically tells you how the literature club was made and how did it get to where it is now. So yeah, and what I think about this game, well, this game was it's pretty good, and and for it being a horror visual novel, the horror part is the thing that I least expected from this game because I actually thought this game was going to be one of those dating visual novels, but hell, I was partially wrong. It is partially dating, but it's also partially horror. So yeah, and and when it comes to this game, I feel like this game inspired a shit ton of fan versions of these games. Some of the notable ones I know is DDLC Salvation, Abridged, New Eyes, and even Summertime. And, and I know there's a shit ton that I've not listed, but you see what I mean. And given that the original version of the game uses RentB or RentBuy as its engine, although Plus uses Unity, but we're talking about the original version. At least in the original version, when it uses RentB or RentBuy, they it's easy to edit to make it into your own fan made version of the game. So I'm still at the middle of Salvation, or at least I think I'm towards the end of it. And Summertime I'm still doing, which I will do more mods to come, but for the sake of the fifth anniversary, I will be redoing DDLC Plus. So yeah. because I don't like the way I did the original version. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next time.